Well, hey guys, welcome back to Pin Turning 101, and this is part 5 of the series. This video we're going to be talking about pin blank preparation and getting that pin blank ready to put on your lathe and turn your pin. You know, I started out in this series talking about the slimline pin kit, and I still recommend that pin kit for beginners. However, at this point I'm going to switch it up and we're going to look at a different pin kit called the cigar pin kit. I just want you to get a little bit different flavor for some different pin kits and see how they're different. And I hope you'll join with me and let's get started.
Okay, the first step in pin blank preparation is to measure where to cut the pin barrels. I'll be using the pin tubes to do that, and I like to cut the barrels about a quarter of an inch longer than the pin tube, so that way you have about an eighth of an inch on both sides to work with when you get to start doing the barrel trimming step we'll talk about later. I also like to draw a reference line down the center between both of the barrels. That way you can keep the barrels in alignment and you keep the grain in alignment as well. The cigar pin has a short barrel and it has a long barrel. So I'll go ahead and mark that on the blank. That way I don't get the two pin tubes mixed up when I go to glue them in later. Okay, I'm taking my blank over to the bandsaw to cut out the barrels that I just marked. You can use just about any saw to do this. I like to use the bandsaw because the saw blade has a small kerf and therefore you don't waste as much wood by using the bandsaw. Try to get a nice even cut, but don't worry about the ends being perfectly square. We're going to take care of that here in a little while. And here's a tip, that little piece on the end that I'm sawing off, hold on to that because you might want to use that for a future pin project. Okay, the next step is to drill the hole for the pin tubes. And you notice I've got my center point on the blank marked up, and I'm also using my centering vise. Goal is to drill a clean, straight hole as possible through the pin blank. I feed the bit in just a little bit at a time, pulling it in and out to get to clean the hole out and not build up too much heat. The kit calls for a 10mm drill bit, so make sure you get the right size drill bit to match your pin tube. Do this for the second barrel, and that will conclude this step. Next up is gluing the pin tubes into the pin barrels. But before I do that, I like to take 120 grit sandpaper and scuff them up real well. That way that helps the glue adhere better to the pin blank. Okay, now I'm going to glue the pin tube in. I like to clamp the blank down, make sure I got the right pin tube for that pin barrel. And then I'm going to, wearing some nitrile gloves, I'm going to put a little bit on the pin tube, go ahead and stick it into the blank. And I like to just put a liberal amount on and twirl it, push it all the way in until I pushed it in about an eighth of an inch inside of the wood. And then you can hit it with a little bit of accelerator to accelerate the drying time. Okay, repeat for the second barrel and just leave those tubes in there and allow them a little bit of time to dry. Okay, the final step is the barrel trimming, and we're going to use a barrel trimmer to trim the ends of these pin barrels up. Notice I'm using my centering vise to hold the pin barrel, and you want to make sure you get the right size barrel trimmer to start with, and I like to use a portable hand drill to do this. I can control the speed better and the amount of wood that I'm taking out. Notice that I like to take little bites of time and just kind of mill down through the wood. Don't get real aggressive, and just looking for the shiny part of the brass. Don't want to go down into the brass at all because you're going to change the dimensions of your pin if you do that. Now do this for the second barrel and you'll be done with this step.
Okay, final few words on barrel trimmers before we end the video. These barrel trimmers come in different sizes. You'll see this shaft size is different here. And the cutting head comes in different sizes, and I like to get a cutting head that has the 4 blades on it. And I will occasionally have to touch this up with a diamond stone to keep it nice and sharp. More importantly, you want to make sure that your barrel trimmer matches the pin tube that's in your kit. When you slide this on there, you want there to be a really tight fit. You don't want any really wiggle room in there. This shaft here acts also as a reamer, so when it goes down in here, it helps to clean any residue, maybe leftover glue or whatever in here, out as well. But the biggest purpose of the barrel trimmer is what you're trying to accomplish is you're wanting to get this part here, the wooden part that's on this pin tube that's going to be the finished pin, is you want the end of that to be 90 degrees, perfectly 90 degrees with this pin tube. And that's the whole purpose of this barrel trimmer, because when you go to put your pin together, you want to make sure when you press it together you don't have any unsightly gaps in there. And that's why we're doing this, is to make sure that everything lines up and fits tight together with no gaps. Now there are other methods that are really good and people really swear by that they like to use that don't involve the barrel trimmer. There's some jigs that you can buy out there, or jigs that you can make yourself, that you can use in conjunction with a sanding disc or your sander. And normally they have some kind of projection like this that the pin tube rests over, so that when you press this out to the sander, it's exactly 90 degrees. So you get this 90 degree shape right there. So check those out. There's some other ways you can do it. I've always used the barrel trimmer. It's always worked well for me. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this part 5 video, and I hope you'll stay tuned for part 6. And the part 6 video, we're going to be talking about putting your blanks on the lathe and actually turning them, and some of the tools that you'll need to be doing that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video with your friends and family, and please like it, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.